It's too late.
I don't want to.
Welcome in, everybody.
Yet. I don't want to start yet.
You do.
I need you to turn it off. Kick them out.
We're way too.
Give me some time to freshen up.
We're way too past that.
And we're way too past that?
We're way past that.
Okay.
Way too past that.
We're way too past that.
Crow Stuff, Jeff Before Dishonored, Jan, Sarcastic Grandpa, Danger Boy. What's going on? Dyslexic Mini Painter. Let's see. Got this. There we go. I'm bringing this chat up too. How are we all doing? Swifter Bear, what's going on?
How are you doing, Chris? The rest of us don't matter. Only the producer matters.
I am exhausted, but hey, we're here.
Chris had a rough night, chat, so we got to take it easy on him today.
Yeah,
and I mean that he had a rough night. So let's all show some love.
My AC turned off in the middle of the night because of a power outage.
That's pretty rough in Arizona.
You wake up in a pool of your own sweat, and you're like, "What is going on here, dude?"
Yeah, that's not what you pay your taxes for.
No, sir, not at all. Not at all.
Somebody I know should run for mayor of Carefree to get that changed.
You know what?
Sounds like a thing you could do.
I think so.
Sounds like a thing you could do.
Maybe it's time. Rocco, what's going on? I'm grabbing this. There we go. Danger Boy. I will contact the mayor. Let me call myself. Karma for the verbal threats. Karma is a... Hey, Stan. I don't think the karma's against me in this situation for all your shenanigans yesterday. So be careful for what you say. You know? That's all I'm going to say to you, mister.
Uh-oh. This is already spicy.
Grape mines, Jason? Danger Boy says grape mines, Jason.
What is that?
I don't know what the heck you're trying to say, Danger Boy. I think you're trying to say great minds think alike because you say contact the mayor. That's what I'm assuming you're saying. And then you're being silly. With grape. Right? Chris, where's your hat? Oh, Shadowcast, thank you. Right here. Let me turn this on.
Yesterday, chat didn't do their job. They let me miss this part of the hand.
Part of the hand? Oh, you missed it?
Yeah, as I was painting the armor, they just didn't even notice that I didn't paint this part of the hand, the back of the hand here. Thanks, chat. Jeez. You let me get all the way through the rest of the model.
All right, let me say something, Gabe.
Hello.
There we go. I'm making sure Gabe's
hello, Gabe.
off screen. We're going to do a giveaway today.
What?
It's a giveaway day, and I don't have my noisemakers. What the heck's going
Who
on?
approved
It's a giveaway day.
Who approved a giveaway?
You did! How many paints in the upcoming one-step set? 12.
48.
The next 12.
Oh, or 12.
Don't listen to that. That's just false information. But we are giving stuff away today, so I wonder what it could be. Yum, yum, yum.
Why do you do that sound?
Yummy, yummy, yummy. Jason, Chris, says Rocco. Found out this morning I won silver in Richard Gray Rotman sword competition. Thanks to you guys for providing such great content every day that helped me improve so much.
Awesome. Woo! That's a big one, man. Congrats.
That's awesome.
Very, very cool.
Patrick fired.
Richard Gray, he's kind of a good painter.
Plum Crunchy and that Chai Cat with subs too. That Chai Cat says, afternoon, folks. Where'd you sub here? Where's your little message? Can't believe it's already been 14 months. Time's been flying. That Chai Cat, we're glad to have you. As someone who complains about sub 80 degrees, I can't see how you survived, Chris. I survived. I just woke up silly. Cats, thank you so much. 100 stream strength. Oh my goodness. 60 from Shadowcast. You guys are cool.
You guys are pretty cool.
I like that. How are we doing over in the Tic Tacs? How is everybody doing? What day is it today? Today is Tuesday. We're trying something new today.
What are we trying?
We're trying, no, I'm just pitching up something. You sack-filled baggins. I'm trying to readjust this window here, and it's not working for me. Oh, I wish everybody could see what I'm doing right now. But they can't. Holy guacamole, Batman. Sweet. That's cool. All right, I fixed it. Dusty Hobbies, thank you so much for that sub. 11 months. Look at all you subbers. Big Mike says, you guys are pretty cool. Even Chris. Hey, I'll give a clap for that.
Even that Chris guy.
Kenneth, what's going on, man? We're doing a giveaway today. If you are not familiar with how our giveaways work, here you go. Here's a link on all of the Tic Tacs and all of the every platform we have. Here you guys go. This is how you sign up. Go to this link here. Put your name in, put your info in, follow all of the instructions, and you have to be here and following on each of those platforms, that whatever you want to get more entries, and that's how this works. You just have to be here when we call it, and we typically call it around 3:45 for the 5-minute warning, and 3:50 is when we pull a winner typically. And that's when we start the grand old adventure of pulling names. Ray Silver, Mr. Rubin, it's my 112th month, which is a lot, I think.
Your 111th birthday.
111th birthday! That's what Bilbo used to say. Shadowcast decided my War Machine faction will be the winner. Court Skagnar? That Russian aesthetic really hit for me. Kador. What's quartz something? Winter quartz? Oh, okay.
Winter
you put it
core.
Okay. It's all tied together. So, I'm glad you did that. Tell them we sent you. Gnarly. We use Blackmagic Cinema 4Ks here, and then we use a Fujinon lens, which is a parfocal lens from 50 to 250 millimeters. And then we use a Tilta Nucleus Nano for our zoom rig. And
he's just showing off right now, Chad.
We don't need to focus. I'll readjust focus here and there as he goes out of the focal plane, but we can zoom in and zoom out because it's a parfocal, and that's why we have it. Dusty Hobbies, you never have to apologize for a question into the stream. Okay, I want to use graphite gray for Sons of Horus.
Yeah.
I saw the Emperor's Children Saturnine Dread stream, and I was wondering what colors I should put underneath to get it to pop. Ooh. Sons of Horus with graphite green.
I did graphite green on my Rebels by using taupe as the highlight. It was dark purple primer and taupe over the top. And that worked really well. The taupe was a good color combo for going underneath the graphite green. Gave it carried on that earthy tone, which I thought was good. So I think I'd stick to that, like something like dark purple or Payne's gray and taupe. Just touching up a few areas. I had a spot I missed because chat didn't take care of me and let me know. So, thanks, chat.
Jarls Tony. Chris is saying camera words. I'm sure they mean stuff to some people. And Shadowcast says, yes, indeed. It means a lot to us, camera people. Nice. I love you all my camera people out there. All my nerds.
He also has the pan tilt head now.
Yep. We're going to get that installed very soon. Haley, how you doing? You guys coming to IPMS convention in Fort Wayne, Indiana, starting tomorrow? No. What is that?
That's the International Plastic Modeler Society.
Oh, okay. No, the answer is no.
We sponsor a lot of times, but we don't generally travel to the IPMS. when we have one in Arizona, I always try to go. Very rare, though. So. All right, I think we can say the green is done. Not done, but... Like, do I take the green? I want to keep painting the green, but I need to put some other colors on other things. I need to do the right thing. Do the right thing here, Jason. I don't know what color I want his shoes. He has, like, big spaceman boots. I guess they could be green, too. Maybe they should be? Probably. All right, we're not done with green. Thought we were done with green. We're not done with green. I should have thought about this earlier.
What is this guy, Jason?
So this guy is a Save 'em faction Zen. From the game Zenvaded.
Where did you get this model?
So it when I was at Hank's, the game came up in conversation because it's a fun little skirmish game, and I was telling somebody that I was hanging out with that skirmish games are high on my list of I would like to rather not paint as many models because I'm deep in the middle of so many armies right now.
Yeah,
I'd like to have something where I could actually get an army done quick. And so it wound up that they were like, oh, you should try this game's Invaded. I played at Adepticon for the first time. It made me buy all the expansions and stuff. It's so fun. And so I was asking a bunch of questions, and he explained it to me. And then it turned out they had one available in the raffle on Sunday. So I got it. And it is a game that is a 1-to-1 scale game. So it's true scale game. So this guy is actually this size. What happened is that in the world of Zenvaded, this race of I think it's the Zen. I think that's what they're called. Or the Zed? I don't remember. The Zen. They invaded Earth because they sent a probe here, and the probe crash landed, and it sent back some poor information because it crash landed in the middle of a tabletop game and reported back that they thought the situation was right for being able to come here and take over the planet because the humans or the inhabitants of the planet were short and didn't react much because the probe was around and they just stood there, but they were short. And the Zen or the race, I don't remember if they're called the Zen, but this race is short, like this, like 2-3 inches tall.
Yeah.
And so like, okay, let's invade. So they sent an invasion force, and the invasion force came and then encountered real humans and was like, oh crap, we had bad info. We can't beat these people. And so they took over the basement level and built their HQ in the basement level of a Chinese takeout place.
What?
And so when you buy the game, it comes in a Chinese takeout container.
Zenvaded.
It's called Zenvaded, and it comes in a Chinese takeout container. The complete 2-player game. It has 6 models, 3 each side, so it's definitely manageable. And what happened is that the alien race split into 2 factions. One is called the Kill-All. That's like the KIL apostrophe AL or something. The Kill-All.
Yeah.
Which wants to stay. Which wants to get a bigger invasion fleet. They want to build the equipment to communicate back to the home planet to say, send everyone, because they think they can kill all the humans anyway. They just need more stuff, more guns. And then there's the Save 'em, which are the other half of their race, that thinks that they should start to try to communicate with humans and find a way to coexist. And so now you have this reason to battle, and you'll see he has like a D6.
Yeah.
Because it's at scale. So the cool thing is that you can play it with the terrain of just whatever's on your table, because that would be the way it would. They would fight on the table with like your Coke can and everything else.
That's what I was looking.
So like that very toy soldiers-y kind of a thing. So it's kind of fun in that regard.
You just got the 2-player starter?
Yeah, I got a 2-player starter that has all these guys. The rifleman or the gunner, the heavy, and a sniper for each of 2 squads. One you would play as the Save 'em, and the other you would play as the Kill-All. And there is an undead faction, and then there's a bug faction, because they have enslaved insects to do their work for them, and the insects have mutated and become sentient and rose up in rebellion, and so now you have a faction that's also just insects that you can play.
That's
and then there's
fun.
an undead faction because they don't technically die from all the radiation. So there's the people that have died come back and haunt them and are like zombies. So there's some crazy stuff going on.
That's cool.
Yeah, the fun one is I was telling everybody yesterday. There's a keyword in one of the scenarios, or in a couple of scenarios, called "people around." And the "people around" keyword in your scenario means that you have to end your activation within 1 inch of a piece of terrain, or you have to roll a d6, and on a 6, somebody sees you and stomps on you, thinking you're a bug, and kills you and removes you from play.
Oh,
So you could just lose a model if you don't stay in cover.
that's cool.
You know, so like you're like cockroaches running around. So yeah, it's kind of fun. It has some really fun tropes.
Huh.
So I figured we'd paint, and I contacted them and said, hey, I'm going to paint some of your stuff on stream. They haven't, I don't know if they've come on stream or not. They haven't spoken up. But I would hope that they get a chance to come on and tell us more about their game if they do. But I don't push people. Some people are shy.
I am the ghost in the machine, Chuck.
Why, we don't have the camera on over there?
No.
Why?
I had to use that, and I tore it down for that tripod today.
Oh, for the commercial shoot?
Yeah.
We shot a funny commercial today. I'm excited for you people to see it. Gabe was in it,
I was in it.
and Jose was in it. Chris was in it.
That's right. I think you can turn Snowblink. I think you can turn closed captions on Twitch. I think there's an
Yeah.
option for that on the bottom.
If you sub, I think.
Yeah, and it is delayed. You know, that's just how Twitch does it. So, is it Jason on a Segway? No, but that's a great idea, Mike. Big Mike coming in with those ideas. Okay, I see what's going on. I'm currently using mahogany to base coat Mortician's scythe. Oh, he's a cool model. Is that what it is? Mortician? I don't know what the name of that model is. Mortarian?
Martarian.
That's a cool model. Big Nurgle Prince guy.
He's the Primarch.
Did you give Gabe back the paint you stole yesterday? I have no idea what you're talking about, Danger Boy. You steal paints, Jason?
Huh?
Yeah, what are you talking about, Danger
What?
Boy?
I can't steal paint. I own everything.
Someone please talk me out of spending leftover Gen Con money on models that deliver in Chinese takeout boxes,
Do
says
it.
Chuck.
Do it. If you have leftover Gen Con money, do it.
Yes.
If you don't have leftover
Rocco,
Gen Con money,
you're
then
accurate.
but if you have it, do it.
Okay, Bearded Weirdo. New to painting, but it off for years. Okay, you took off for years. I'm not good at art. I have Citadel brushes and do not like them because they don't seem to keep a point like Sables.
Uh-huh.
So I have been shopping for good set, but I also am broke. The price range of your brushes is what I can afford. What is the difference between your brushes and expensive brands?
Nothing?
We are actually just giving you good value.
Yeah, nothing.
And amazing product.
Our brushes are made in Germany at a factory that's been making brushes for 100 years.
That's why our brushes sell out very quickly when we
Yeah,
get them.
you'll find that our brushes are hard to get is the only big problem because they sell out as soon as we have a new batch.
Yeah, once
We
people
make
find
these
out.
are the U.S. made. We also make them here in our factory in Phoenix, but the U.S. Made ones are not into like what I would call full-time production yet. We still have some problems with the ability to keep our machines running properly and all of that. So we're fighting some technology issues here with because we have the old machines from Germany. They gave us one of their production lines, and so we're having to work to get some of the older machines brought up to modern sensibility and technology standards for the U.S. And so it's taking us a little bit longer. But no, all of our brushes are fantastic. There's nothing different about our brushes than any of the high-end brushes from anybody else. We just don't overcharge. And we are the direct manufacturer, so we don't have to have a lot of in between. There's not 3 middlemen and a brokerage fee and all that crap in between. Just pay for the brush.
T Schmidt, 88 months. Thank you. What's up, my man? Emerson says, I just started painting a blue power sword. It's big, and I'm going to have some non-metallic metal blue to blue white. Any advice on how to make the gradient easier for a blue power sword?
Well, I mean, watching any of our videos over on YouTube, the Just Do This video, I think, is probably one of your best. It will show you kind of what I'm doing right now, or exactly what I'm doing right now, which is using a thin layer or a more dilute layer of paint first, and then go back with a more opaque layer of the same color after to get your blends started to build up. And that will help you to make that transition and get that smoothness that you're going to want. But then I do a lot of non-metallic, and the big thing with non-metallic is knowing when to make the jump from your midtones and that smooth blend to a very bright contrast that makes you feel like things are shiny, right? And we may do some of that today, because as soon as I finish with these green feet, we're going to move on to painting the rifle, I believe. And the rifle will be non-metallic gunmetal style coloring. But I'm getting all the blends on this guy the same way I would do non-metallic. If this is just two colors, and I'm just using a thin version of the yellow green over the top of the dark camo green, and then going more opaque. So I've got my thin layer of yellow green over the dark camo green. Then I go back and I don't dilute as much with this brush load. And now when I go in here and do this next one, I will get a bigger impact from the yellow green. And I'll just paint it into a smaller area than I did the previous pass, keeping my texture and my direction the same. And that'll build up a blend on the green.
Frank Roberts says, oh, you were painting Invaded. Very nice. Yep.
It is Invaded.
Invaded is the game that he's painting right now.
It's fun. I really like the models. And the concept more than anything. The models are fun, but it was the concept behind it all that really grabbed me. That it's a neat, easy game to get going into because it only takes like 3 models. Has some good scenario play. The rules are pretty tight. And just is fun. Has some fun ideas and concepts to it, which I really love. So yeah. And it's supporting an independent creator here in the States. I think they're out of Texas, which I'm a Texan, so I got to show some solidarity with my fellow Texans, for sure. But also just a fun concept of having these guys be actual, like, you know, large bug size. We have a beetle in Arizona that looks kind of exactly like this guy.
Shailene, you said you still need brushes. I know a really good place that sells them. Hold.
I bet he has a link.
Hold.
I bet.
Wait for the segue.
I bet he's got a link.
Hold for the brush singles link that I'm about to put here because somebody else asked about the brushes too.
How about some wonderful Payne's
Boom.
Gray?
There it is. Check out.
Wonderful...
You can see all of them right there. And somebody was asking about our Dauntless. Those will not be replacing our Pro synthetics. That's just our friendly budget option.
Yeah, Dauntless are our budget brushes.
I am now really been using the number 5 Dauntless a lot lately. And then reforming the brush after every use and just cleaning it out, and it's actually doing pretty good. So check it out. Droth says, my fiance wants to get Moonstone. You only need 4 models for a troop. Yeah, it's actually really fun. Droth, if you and your fiance are wanting to start, I would recommend getting at least 6 for playing 2 people.
Mm-hmm. You could play with 4 though.
Yeah, Gabe and I play with 4 all the time.
You could use a starter.
Yeah,
box.
they're really cool. and it's a really easy game to
What
learn.
we really liked about it is you can play with more than just one person.
Yes.
Because we always find ourselves with 3 people.
Yeah, it's a skirmish game that 4 people can play. I played it at Adepticon with a bunch of people here in chat, which was great. Game delay. It's great. Jade, Chuck, T. Schmid, all the gang. We had a good time. Jade says, I am so excited for this Saturday. A friend who came with us to Gen Con wants to start painting the display models like I do. We're going to print up some copies in STL they like and use one for training, and then only they can finish and hopefully enter the MAA next year. Holy Mary. That's like the saga of the year, Jade. That's super
awesome.
Cool. Thank you for encouraging people to get in.
Yeah, I love it.
Chuck says, don't let Christopher know you're looking for products. He'll dangle them like a carrot in front of your face, snatch them away with a maniacal laugh.
He does do that.
I just gave you a link, Chuck, to every product.
Yeah, and shout out to Jade. She hung out at the booth with us.
That's what you're saying. Yeah.
All day on Friday and Saturday.
Nice.
And was teaching people how to paint and helping people pick out color schemes. It was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, she was kicking butt.
That's super cool. Great White Tower, first time chat.
That Jade's okay.
Great segue. It's a giveaway day today. You only have to sign up once this year. That's it. And then we'll let you know, essentially, if you do... I should spell that correctly. There you go. There's the link.
Giveaway.
Giveaway. There you go. Hit that link. Follow all of the instructions. But if you already did it this year, your name's already in there, so you're good to go. Flapjack says, also good to see Jabe a couple times at the Gen Con booth. Nice. Big Mike is asking you, Jason, should I bring any nerd stuff with me next week?
You don't have to. I think that you should get I think that Ellie was changing your flight over. I approved the flight change today. So hopefully she gets that taken care of. And then, assuming that you're going to be here on Friday night for Nerd Night, we play War Machine.
Jason,
we have about 1 billion armies. So if you'd like to learn how to play War Machine, this is your time.
Unfortunately, Jason doesn't have many models to spare, but we'll figure it out.
Jason doesn't have any models. None of them.
Double T said, I offered Gabe some money to troll Chris. He said no charge.
It's true. Double T specifically asked me to kick you in the shins.
How? Don't do this.
It'll be when you least expect it.
That would be worse.
I mean, a kick in the shins that you expect is not something that anybody's...
Yeah.
How much money did he pay you? How much money did Double T offer you?
Are you offering double to not kick him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bidding war?
It's a money-making opportunity, Gabe.
What if I already took the money? He said $100.
$100? What? You offered Gabe $100 to kick me in the shins? And you said no to the money?
I said I'd do it for free.
Oh, you could have gotten the money.
There is so much to unpack here, Chris.
And then we could have split it.
There is so much to unpack.
And then I could have came over, killed you in the night, and taken all the money.
Yeah, it's true.
Chris took my name out.
So much to unpack here, everybody. Glad you're here to hear all this, because this is a lot for me to take in.
Ghost Hunter, Chris took my name out because I call his poor customer service. Ghost Hunter, your name's in there. Everybody, here's the deal. This is how giveaways work. You put your name in and you hope that you get pulled. What else do you want me to do? Anarchist, hey, thank you for that raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Acronaut Artistry, how y'all doing? What did I raid into? Yeah, you raided into a very...
It's a very lovely...
problematic situation.
I still want to get kicked in the shins, and I want $100, so how do we do this?
Well,
it's too late.
We could tell Double T to double it.
You got to unpack this whole thing with Double T wanting to, number one, pay to have you kicked in the shins.
Hey, Double T, I'm just going to say
that's where it starts being a problem.
Double T.
And then the fact that Gabe didn't take the money because he would rather kick you in the shins than take $100, that poses a problem. These are people you call your friends, Chris.
Why do you guys want to hurt me? Double T, I'm going to compliment you anyway. You look good in that Join Us blue shirt.
It's true.
So that's why I put you up on our little socials as the picture, because I really like that shirt. Thank you for purchasing that.
And yet he
You
would like to
sack-filled
pay to
Baggins.
have you kicked in the shins.
It's true.
HR, Big Mike, HR ain't coming for me. Zuzulu, what's going on? Yeah, they ain't, HR ain't coming to help me, Big
Nope.
Mike. Nobody
Nope.
is. I'd pass on the money too. Wise Wolf, whoa, hey.
There's a lot
you know
of
what? That's fine.
There's a
If
lot
that's
of
what
right in the
makes you
feels
happy,
going on.
Chad.
I thought Chris was had some
Sid-
backup.
It just says, what's the different use cases between acrylic inks and transparent paints? Seems like they fulfill the same role. Great. Segue.
Except that acrylic paints, the transparent acrylic paints have better resins in them. Many people underestimate the fact that a paint meant to paint 3D models is much better than a paint meant to paint paper. And acrylic inks are not made for three-dimensional surfaces. They don't have the same resins in them. They don't grip the surface as much. You can re-wet them. So yes, the transparent paints were built to be single pigment, high saturation, good vibrancy with lower transparency or lower opacity and more transparent straight out of the bottle, so that you can do things like mix them into other colors very easily. You can still paint with them on their own as long as you underpaint with brighter colors. There's a lot going for them, and they really do and are meant to take the place of inks in the process of painting models. You nailed it.
Sasquatch Paints, Calm Sky, thank you for those subs. Mr. Yellow 71, hold on 1 second. Everybody hold the phone. Mr. Yellow 71 has a great question. What is the best paint to use? And I said Pro Acryl. There you go.
We're kind of biased
Are we biased?
because we make it.
I'm biased because
His paycheck comes from you
I
buying
would
it.
like to have food on the table.
We're biased because it's bias.
For those of you that may be new around here, we are Monument Hobbies. We are the manufacturers of Pro Acryl paint. We
Oh, Mr. Yellow, that was a great segue.
that was a great one. That's marketing dollars hard at work right there.
it when you ask these questions so that we can do stuff like that.
My name is Jason. I am the owner and developer of our products, and I have been painting for a long freaking time. And so all of our paints are the outcome of me painting for 45 plus years and getting tired of messing with paints that I had to use that weren't really made, didn't feel like they were made for painting the models I was painting. They felt like they were just colors that were made for something else that you could use for painting models because they came in small bottles.
That's
And
true.
so we set out to make a better paint. And so Pro Acryl is the culmination of that years-long journey to figure out how to make a paint that worked better for models with good resin inclusions so that they adhere very well, have a really good UV rejection, look good on your model for as long as your model exists, smooth to paint with, consistent, vibrant colors, easy to mix. They don't turn gray when you mix them. Made like old school art supplies, fine art paints rather than like newer coatings. We're not just trying to make good colors. We're trying to make good paint that just works better and easier for you. So there you go. That's the marketing spiel. That's about as much as you'll ever hear around here, because this show is all about getting you to feel cool painting.
That's right.
Answering your questions on painting, anything that you're running up against that might be causing you a hassle when trying new techniques or trying to get something to look the way you want it to. Feel free to ask. Whether you use our products or not, we're here to help you along. Right now I'm painting I don't remember what this guy, rifleman, gunner, I don't remember what they call this particular unit, from Zinvaded.
Zinvaded.
Thank you, Shailene. We appreciate that.
Taking
Pro
a
Acryl's the
break
best paint.
from all of my War
Monument
Machine
team
armies.
customers are the best community. We appreciate that. JWB Hunter says, I'm still new to this and have
Awesome.
a question. What tips would you give someone who wants to add light battle damage or weathering effects to their models through painting or actual scratching damaging the model? What do you do?
I will be doing that on this guy. So I will, explain briefly that I will be painting chips on this guy. with just my brush, just basically like free-handed battle damage on the armor panels, the green armor panels. That's my goal. So not going to happen today, I don't think, because I'm getting color on all the rest of the bits. But yes, I will be. So to keep tuning in. This guy, I'll have a lot of examples of that. And you can use things like sponges. I use the foam that comes in a lot of miniature, blister packs, the foam that they're packed with, and pinch a little bit of that off and use it as a brush. Dip it in a dark paint, like black brown is probably my favorite, but dark neutral gray can work. I try to stay away from black as a chip color, but it can work. It's just very high contrast. It may be more visible and punchy than you want. Black brown tends to fill that gap really well. And then you can kind of hit it with the foam, which has a very random pattern if you tear the foam. And then it will put little dings and chip looking areas of paint on if you just lightly touch the model with it. A model like this is a little too small to do that effectively. You could do it. It would just take more time than me just painting the chips on. So you'll see me just paint chips on this guy.
Ooh, Chuck, great question. I'm going to do a OPR warband with 100% one step.
Cool.
Is the mix ratio the same with metallics as it with regular paints?
You may need to mix a little bit more of the medium if that's what you're asking, or the normal one-step paints if you're just mixing a color in with the metallics, because you have to overcome the inclusion of the mica, which is more opaque in the paint. You're not just dealing with medium and pigment in metallics. You have the actual metal flake or mica flake in the situation of ours. And so you're going to have to add a little bit more medium to get the opacity that you want to have them work right. But not much. I mean, like if you're using 2 or 3 to 1, you step it up to like 3 or 4 to 1 is probably the right way to do it. So not a ton more.
Blaring Hale says, what does Jason think of a pink desert-based combo with an orange and pastel blue Tyranid?
That's very colorful.
Very bright.
I think it would work well.
Otherworldly.
Yeah, very like alien environment kind of a thing.
I'm into it.
I'm not one that really gets into the whole like
bright stuff.
Well, not bright. I like painting with bright colors, but the whole like what do they call that? The synthwave kind of thing where you're using like the Miami Vice colors on everything. I'm not as big a fan on that, but when you're doing aliens, that's the one time where I think it gets a pass, right? Because you could do like alien flora and fauna and some really cool environmental stuff by doing bright colors that aren't indicative of what we see when we walk out our door, That I like because it's kind of uncanny valley because you can do the same things like grass. I can imagine putting down like grass tufts and painting them bright colors where it just did to your eye. It doesn't make sense. It's like, that's not the color of grass.
Ooh. Craigs and Jay says, I'm trying to paint Tyranids in High Fleet Leviathan color scheme, and I'm struggling with the light skin. Was wondering if you had some workup ideas. Thank you in advance. Leviathan light skin.
It's kind of a bony white, right?
Yeah, it's almost taupe-ish.
I think taupe as a primer is a great base, and then you could just kind of do it simply with taupe as a primer for the skin, and then put a wash, like a brown wash on it, and then re-highlight it with taupe again would be the real simple way. Because you can use our primers as a paint color, and you can get away with doing that. Because taupe is damn near the right color, just straight up. Ivories are also very good. They exist in that same world. The olive flesh, the taupe, ivory. All of those are good choices. They have a little bit of a yellowishness to them that gives the feel of like a dirty bone white kind of a color.
Okay, let's see. Here's another one. Going back up here. Deathspawn says, do any of the one-step colors not have an equivalent in regular paint?
Yes, about half of them. Half of them are brand new colors. Scarlet red, crimson. Scarlet red's in set 2. Out of set 1, the crimson, the graphite gray, graphite green do not have corollaries. the dark blue black technically doesn't, but it's very similar to the Payne's Gray I'm painting right now. So between Payne's Gray and blue black, you get very close. Rust technically doesn't. Somewhere in that burnt sienna range, orange oxide burnt sienna would get you close. What else? That might be it. The rest of them I think all have
Oh, this is a good one.
Right. In set 2, the scarlet red, the bright slate gray do not. Let's see, black does, yellow green kind of does. Yellow green is brighter than yellow green, but not as bright as bright yellow green. Deep blue does not. Deep blue is Prussian blue from our expert line, so but not in the liquid line. Bronze yellow and olive yellow do not, and the rest of them do, pretty much. Dark brown technically doesn't. It's like black brown and dark umber mixed together.
Oh, Pixel Master, this is a great question that you'll be surprised. We get this a bit. Pixel Master says, new to the hobby and trying to get better at painting. Do you guys have any recommendations for budget models to practice on so I don't stress about ruining them? We make a texture trainer that really helps with that. That's the exact reason. Plus, you can always reprime a mini too.
Yeah,
That's why
I struggle on this question because I think that when you're starting out, there's a crossover point that people need to be careful of, because while I understand the want to not ruin something, the reality that you have to get over pretty quick when painting models is you can't ruin a model unless you throw it against the wall and break it, or like stomp on it or run over it. You can't ruin it by putting paint on it, really. I mean, could you? Yeah, technically you could glom so much paint on it that, you know, it's just a big booger. But I don't think anybody's going to really do that, hopefully. Even when you're learning, it's much easier than you think to avoid that. Rule of cool, though, is something you can't give enough credit to. And by rule of cool, meaning that if you're painting something that's just a rando model a friend gave you because you're afraid of damaging something that's cool to you, you're doing yourself a disservice. Paint the model that's cool to you first, and you will get better quicker because you're going to be engaged and you're going to feel good about it.
Yeah.
Our texture trainers are super cool ways to do that if you like the models, right? So, you know, we've got like the Crone, we've got 6 different texture trainers in the small versions like this. And we use the Crone and the Hunter and the Warrior are the first 3 that came out. And those are fantastic for this, right? We've got like a fantasy female warrior. The idea with these being that they have a lot of textures, hence the name texture trainer. Hair, flesh, cloth, leather, metal, stone, you know, whatever you want on here. You've got a lot of different textures to play with. You know, here again, skin, metal, cloth, hair, demon flesh, you know, a skull, mushrooms, all sorts of crazy stuff on the Crone. And then the Hunter gives you some sci-fi nature with like a gun that uses hard surface. Maybe it's composite or steel or whatever you want. And then leather and hair and cloth and all that too. So you get a lot of textures because part of what the big thing with learning to paint is to know where to deviate your colors so that the brown of the cloak looks different than the brown of the leather shirt if you're doing it that way, right? So you don't just use the same brown everywhere. But you can see, like, we just beat these up. We paint them and then we prime them over and then we paint them again live on stream. People ask questions and we'll show them, like, how does that purple look? And we'll put the purple on it. You know, people ask, how do you glaze? And I'll glaze something. So with, you know, virtually no rhyme or reason, we'll just throw color at them because that's what they're for. And these are like $25, $30. And so you can buy one, beat it up, keep painting it, and so on and so forth. They are not the scale you're going to be painting a lot. They're a little bit bigger and more oriented towards a bust. So again, if you want to get to where you're painting gaming miniatures, I would say buy miniatures you like. Build one. You know, if you like Space Marines, buy some Space Marines, build one Space Marine, and use it to test and paint on. You know, you will. If the thing is when you buy in, and I don't want to sound like I'm saying that it's good to be wasteful, because it's not. But if you buy into miniature painting, you are going to wind up with so many miniatures at some point in time. You're going to look back and laugh at the day where you asked, how can you avoid painting your good model? Because I really think painting the thing you're interested in is what makes you want to paint better. That's my big takeaway there.
Yeah, buy the models you think are cool, reprime them.
With 3D printing, you can go on Etsy right now. You can go on My Mini Factory and find a model you think is cool, and probably find somebody on Etsy that's printing it out, and it's probably $6. Seriously. Like, I can find so many things. This model right here, I think was, I don't know, maybe it was $20 to have the guy print out Bilbo at a bigger size, and that was with shipping. You know, and this is a pretty big model. It's as big as what we're painting here. You know, this set of models is 6 for $70, but it's a complete game with all the stuff you need to play the game too. So there's so many options out there. The WizKids stuff, if you like fantasy, the WizKids Dungeons and Dragons stuff that comes, those are cheap. You can pick those models up for less than $10.
Yeah, and they're really good to practice on.
And they're good to practice on. So there's all sorts of stuff out there that lets you, you know, paint and practice for cheap, but still focus on things you like. Is like I said, that's my big takeaway. Paint stuff that appeals to you, even if it means spending a little bit more on it initially, because you will have a much better experience and enjoy the outcome better, even when it's not perfect. I'm a big fan of the fact that this whole thing we do is all about the journey. It's all about painting something fun, and every brushstroke I put on this model needs to feel like it's meaningful in order to pull off the look I want. And in order for that to be the case, I got to like the model. I got to like the finish line. You know, getting the model finished is the goal. So it's got to be a model I care to finish. And trust me, there's a lot of models I don't care about sitting on my bench.
Yes, Gillenborn. Faded Plum, Jade, and Pyro Red, or Red, are the colors for this month's challenge. And we're going to do the review tomorrow. I put that in Discord earlier today. We're going to be doing the review tomorrow. We're doing the giveaway today. So make sure you're around. Hit that link that you just saw. I'm going to put it up again. If you're not a part of our giveaways, hit this link right here on any of the platforms. You can win on any of the platforms. All you have to do is sign up and be here to type, I'm here.
Got to be following us.
Yep. So make
sure
you
be present to win. Can't enter and jump. Well, you can, and we'll call your name, and we'll laugh at you, and we'll give it to somebody else.
It goes quick. You got to be here, so go use the restroom now, I guess.
Don't do that. You know you're just starting it up. You're causing your own problem.
No, I'm not. You guys should just be using the restroom at your own free will.
Like all the time?
Yes.
No, that's bad. That's kind of what you don't want to have happen. I don't want to have to go to the bathroom all the time.
That is true. Medically speaking, you are correct, but don't wait for us to tell you.
I think medically correct is a very important kind of
It is the only correct that I really care about. It's a really
important type of correct.
So
very important
there you go.
Type of correct.
Always be pooping, says Painterly.
Oh my God.
I guess so.
ABP.
Do what you want. Just be here for the giveaway or take your phone. But yes, you have to be here. Just checking again. How would
I was thinking about that this weekend. We tell people always make sure you go to the bathroom with your phone. I have started not going to the bathroom with my phone.
And just having a solitary moment of silence.
The doom scrolling and stuff, it's very unhealthy. So I'm torn. I want you to take the phone to the bathroom so that you can know if you win, but I don't want you to take the phone to the bathroom. Or I want you to be healthy of mind and stop reading that garbage the internet's feeding you.
Or literally do what I said and just go use the restroom before 3:45.
Well, but still. Well, that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
Go use it so that you don't have to.
All right, for the first time in my life, I'm going to tell you to listen to Chris.
61-minute warning. CD Bowler. Do you understand?
Some people need extra time.
I guess so. Here's your 61-minute warning.
People need a little extra time.
Somebody had a question here. Just checking in. How would switching dark navy blue for black red in the painting white video look? I don't know.
Dark navy blue for what?
For black red. So doing a red underbase rather than dark navy blue.
Oh,
that would actually be kind of cool.
You're saying switch to the red.
Right.
I'm like, I didn't use any red.
Yeah.
Okay, the way you presented that sounded weird. Okay, so you want to not use navy blue and use the red as an undertone. Definitely, yeah, you can use anything like that. If you turn to like black red, then you might want to go like red gray and then up into those rather than the blue grays. You could use the red as a base and then do the blue grays over it too, and you'd get something more akin to what I'm getting here, right? Where you're changing your hue away from red dramatically with the first base coat that goes on, and just letting that red be kind of a cool, warm, dirty, grime in between the armor panels, right? Like we're seeing here. that will start to be more and more evident. I keep holding up this guy because we did the same a similar thing with our painting our little green army man. Somebody was asking like the other answer to the what can you get to test your painting. Once you're confident in your painting, then being able to test paint at cheap army men where you get 50 for $1 are really great ways to test your technique, because if you can make this model look good, you can do anything, right? And so we had a challenge not too long ago where we asked people to paint, cheap army men. Some people cheated and bought the new modern ones that look really good, bastages. But the idea of that is to get the crappy ones, the ones that are not even anatomically correct. It's like, what is this guy, Johnny Paper? So, being able to paint these is fun. But this guy also has the red undertone to the green, and it gives a really nice look to when you're doing military, like dirty military stuff, because without painting any browns, you get kind of a earthy tone to your red or to your green camo colors and such.
So making it red to blue would look more dirty, but red to red would make it more clean.
Red to blue would make it more dirty. Red to red will still make it look dirty, because remember, your ultimate thing is white. And so red to red is going to keep it even more warm and earthy toned. So no, it won't make it look cleaner. Any use of red is going to make your white look dirtier. The blues are what keep it looking clean. Blues and grays. Grays can make it look dirty, because if you leave more of your grays showing, it can look like just that kind of soot. But in general, blues and neutral colors underneath your whites as your base will make it look, or has the opportunity to make it look cleaner if that's your goal.
Hit that link right there if you are not a part of our giveaway. I just wanted to put that back up in there, so somebody was asking about that. Hit that right there. Speaking of music bingo, okay, says Shailene, we won 2 rounds on Friday. You win a gift card for the restaurant/bar, so all of your meals and drinks for the third came out to $9. Music bingo.
Was that, okay, wait a minute. Was that like a Chris segue? Because nobody was talking about that.
Speaking of music bingo, that's what you...
That's a Chris segue.
Wait a minute.
Shailene was talking about that and got Jen all interested on Friday, like the Friday before. And so now Jen's been looking for it.
Music
but now
bingo?
It just comes out of left field.
Oh, it did come out of...
I see what you did there. You're learning from Chris, Shailene.
Great. That's what I like to hear.
No.
What are we giving away today? The house!
Why do you always say that?
I don't know, because everybody... That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
All right, I have to go meet the van to unload Gen Con.
Meet the van?
Meet the van.
What's its name?
Reginald.
All right. Have fun with Reggie.
I will. Everybody have a great
Hey, thank you, Gabe.
night.
Good luck out there.
Clap,
Stay
clap,
safe.
clap, 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 clap,
We will
clap,
not
clap.
be giving away the car.
We give away the van loaded with Gen Con stuff.
That would not be good.
He didn't bring a lot back.
Please don't.
Oh, Shailene says I was talking to another person. No, Jason. Chris entered into a convo, read the last half. That's what I like to do.
Okay. All
So,
right. You're exonerated.
Don't bring your segue language into here and expect me not to read it.
All right. You're exonerated. I thought for sure you were trying to pick up Chris's bad habits.
I think they all have picked up my bad habits, unfortunately, whether they like it or not. That's just the reality. I know half of you out there, probably 150 of you have probably sung Bilbo song in the last 2 or 3 months.
Bilbo.
Just in your mind. Or said Schlanky. Schwoompy. Don't be accusing me of Christmas sushi shenanigans. Oh, we accuse all
Criticisms.
of you. Like, it's like criticisms, but it's criticisms.
With fewer syllables.
Yeah. Why don't you give away a dog, says Emerson. Wow. We're not giving away a dog.
Just like one of ours or just a random one?
Here's a dog. What an inconvenient
Get you like a coupon
giveaway.
to the SPCA? That'd be kind of cool.
What a very inconvenient
I feel like giving
gift.
away pets would be very bad because
Here's
I don't know that we can trust everyone out there to be like, oh great, I got a cat.
Here's a goldfish. Have fun.
Have fun.
And it's a special cichlid, so you need to make sure it has special water. What an inconvenient gift.
What an inconvenient gift.
Yeah.
Just what I wanted was something that tied
Here's
me
a
to
tropical
my house.
fish that only lives in certain conditions.
I just wanted to make sure I could never go on vacation again. This is great.
Alcard says, first time chat, found you guys on YouTube. Okay, been looking up tips using Pro Acryl. Nice. Check. That's great. Been learning a lot. Sweet. We're so glad you were able to hit the ecosystem.
All right.
All right.
I had a really good time with just the dark gray blue over this when we were doing my Lord of the Hunt. So my standard Payne's gray or dark blue black one step, and then the dark gray blue as the first level. Normally I take white blue and mix it in with the Payne's gray, but the dark gray blue gets us into a realm where it's very similar to if I had mixed white blue in. It just is a little bit more blue, which I actually like. So I think this is the way to do this from now on. We're just going to take the dark gray blue, and it'll be a easier step for you if you're trying to start with non-metallic steel, where you can get your first mid-tone baked on the model without having to do any mixing. I'm always looking for good shortcuts, and this is one of those, where the goal here is to just get that first shine highlight kind of thing going on. These colors, when you're doing non-metallic like this, your first color should not be a big jump from your base when starting from dark base like I am. And, you know, we just want to look at, like on the cylinder of this drum magazine here, get the upper portion, and then rotate the model around and pull from the shadow back up to that bright spot. Remember that when painting, where you stop your brushstroke leaves more paint than where you start it. So being able to go from the shadow area there gives you an almost perfect blend up into the highlight area. And you don't have to go too far into the shadow. Depends on how many colors you're trying to run into your highlight. If you're doing, 6 colors and painting a display model, then you probably want to go further into your shadow because you're going to need more space for all the other 5 colors you're going to do. But in something like this, where we're planning to only probably do 3 other colors, we don't need to give it too much of a runway of space. And then we just want to leave enough of the Payne's gray showing to know it's there. So it can be just a sliver along the bottom of this line here. And we can bring the dark gray blue over the top of whatever these things are. This model really appeals to me because it has a very Mobius French sci-fi feel. I mentioned that yesterday. And I really am a fan of that era of 60s, 70s French sci-fi art, and it had a very soft, organic feel to it. It wasn't, as clinical as like, Gundam or something that's all hard panels and straight angles. It had soft corners and rounded edges and, more of a, what I would call an organic feel to the way the metal looked.
I don't think Jason has painted any Halo Flashpoint.
I have not.
Were you a big Halo guy, Jason?
Never. I didn't have Microsoft as a platform.
Okay. Gotcha.
I never had an Xbox until way after all that.
Oh, really?
And only because I want to say Fable was only on Xbox.
It was. That's why I
and
got
a buddy
into
of mine,
Xbox.
a buddy of mine said I would love Fable.
Yeah.
I wound up not liking it at all.
You don't like Fable?
I thought it was a horrible game.
That surprises me, actually.
I played it, but it was one of those that said your choices mattered, and they didn't at all.
The old original Fable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't at all. It had a bunch of choices, and none of them mattered. It took you the same exact spot no matter what you did.
Yeah.
And so that bummed me out, so I got rid of my Xbox and gave it back to my buddy. I was like, this game sucks. And gave him back the Xbox. But so no, I never played any Halo. I mean, I played Destiny, and Destiny was made by Bungie, on on like the tale of Halo being such an amazing thing. So I have a feel that I know of it, just not the IP.
Yeah.
Because I played a ton of Destiny 1 and 2.
I'm excited for the new Fable to come out. I'm excited to see what they do with it. It's been so long, too.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Long time. So I'm like, you have a lot of games right now that are very good in that RPG realm or whatever you want to call it. So I'm curious to see what they do with it, if they take their time with it. Paint Liquor, hey, thank you so much. 51 months. And you keep coming back. That's what the paints are for. Oh, Gabe.
What'd you see? Car leaving?
No, yeah. Gabe said he was leaving. And
Yeah.
I heard some jingles, but Jose doesn't have a key.
He said he had to go unload the van.
What is the color of this gun, says Jeff before Dishonored?
It is Payne's gray now into dark gray blue. Similar workup that if you're here last week when I did the non-metallic steel on the Lord of the Hunt, it'll be the same colors as that. Well, because that's a very dark, kind of almost gunmetal style steel, and that's what I'm going for here.
Thank you. I have metal tools on the sides of vehicles that would look good with this. Nice.
Yeah, the
Super
darker
simple.
metal works for anything that is like highly weathered steel or guns, things that you don't want to do as bright steel, where you're using more, like a polished steel kind of color scheme where you're using more grays and bright neutral grays, whites.
Yeah.
And then I just moved to bright color through white blue here as we continue to go. I'll probably go gray blue over the top of this. I found that combo works super well to speed up the whole process, so I'm not mixing as much. And still, I call it Wish.com non-metallic metal. And mainly because I do it moving fast, but I get that for some people the moving fast part might not be an option, so using less colors isn't really a big deal. It just makes it something that's easier to understand, and that's fine, right? You don't have to kill your brain in order to feel like non-metallic is approachable.
Yeah.
It can be done with 3 colors. So I'll do it in Payne's gray, dark gray blue, but then I'll throw in the gray blue on this guy, and then white blue. So it'll be 4 colors total, including your base coat. But it won't be much different than just the 2-color version that I do with Payne's gray and white blue, where I mix them together the whole time. This is just lazy in the sense that it allows me to get the colors without mixing.
Oh, Deepworks says, I need to just take the plunge and order a few sets of y'all's. Yes. Deepworks, if you're an avid mini painter, which it sounds like you are, you're going to love our stuff.
We make good stuff.
Yeah. So definitely give it a whirl.
We put our money where our mouth is 5 days a week here on the stream. Always welcome to come ask questions if you're, thinking about making a purchase or after you make a purchase, or even, like I said, if you're using whatever paints you're using, just to get more comfortable with painting is my goal on the stream. We've been doing this for 10 years on the stream and developed a really amazing community of people that love to hang out and explore this world of miniature painting together. So you got a really good crowd of people that are willing to help you out. They extend over onto our Discord.
Yes, definitely hit up our Discord. Here's the link if you're not already a part of it. Plastic Priest says, my brother bought me a Pro starter set, and it got me back into the hobby after a 10-year hiatus.
Awesome.
Nice. Good stuff.
Welcome back.
Our intro set is amazing, too. It comes with some Dauntless brushes, some brush-on primers, everything but the mini. And it's pretty dang cool. November says community of people ? He means
Well, I
cult.
mean, I use the term loosely, but
he means cult. We're a cult. November, That's not proven. Ghost Hunter, is El Nino a vehicle? You're banned.
Wow.
Time out, mister.
Wow.
I would time out so many people if I knew it didn't affect any of their stream streak stuff. Time out. Put you on timeout.
Sit in the corner with the dunce cap.
Nope. Leo, you can there is zero difference between any of the platforms, really. You can watch on any platform you want. Obviously, Twitch has a bunch of ads, but, you know, YouTube has some as well. So it depends on if you've got premium or you sub to the channel, whatever, right? It's kind of dealer's choice. Giveaways aren't affected. It's all the same. YouTube has a bit of a delay compared to Twitch, but not by much, if any. Matthias, this is from a game called Zinvaded. Follow up to the white, okay? Would painting it the blue and otherwise reddish/desert theme make it look out of place?
What do you mean out of place? Against what? Do you have other models painted differently?
How would you do clean whitish white in a warm environment? I would do it the same, right, Jason?
Well,
like whitish white in desert.
So here's what is sometimes tough to get across. If you include the warm color from the environment on the model, you've now made it look like the warm colored dirt from the environment is on the model, right? That's just kind of a duh way of looking at it, but that's the case. How you make things look clean in an environment like a dirty desert or, you know, a desert scene is that you do not bring the environment on them. Think in terms of if a fresh recruit just got off of the transport, walked down the transport ramp, has only the color of the armor and hasn't put a boot in the dirt yet, that's what you're trying to recreate. That's how you make clean contrast with your environment. So paint with grays and whites to get that, or the blues and the whites to get that, and then put the dusty color like the red desert on the base and maybe a little bit of pigment on the boots. Now you have clean armor up top, and the only thing that has dirt on it is the boots where they hit the dusty ground. That would be the way to do that, right? Because anything else is a stretch, because you don't have enough space to tell that kind of a story very well if you go beyond that, because the model isn't big enough. So you're always fighting scale to tell some of these stories. A lot of people say, hey, how would you make it look like my model's standing in the rain? And I'm like, I don't know that you want to embark on that journey, because it is a lot of effort to make a model look like it's standing in the rain. And it's a story that's very hard to tell at scale. People are like, well, what if I use gloss, varnish? Well, that's one way you can do it, but does that really sell it as being wet or just shiny? So the way to do it is to paint everything around the model as if it were in a wet environment, and then give just a little bit of that effort onto the model. So all of those things are tough, because you're getting into very complex storytelling that is not easy to represent in a model form, simply because you're painting a photograph. So, I always say, go look at a photograph of something, clean, like clean white in the desert. I don't know if that's a Google term that you'll actually get any traction from or not.
I bet you would, though.
But if you can Google clean white in the desert, then you'll get something akin to what you're looking for. And then follow that. Because photographs are what we're painting. Even though we're painting models, they're not photographs, I get it. But we are. They're just a slice of life. They don't move. Time doesn't whirl around them. They literally are standing still in a pose that was one instance of time in the life of this miniature. And so finding reference photographs is your best bet, because it'll show you, like, if I wanted to paint this guy out in the rain, go look at photos of service members in the rain, army men in the rain, and then go with that. How do you recreate that lighting and that wet reflection effect that you're going to have in that photograph, You're
using a Sable 4, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Somebody was asking, let's go back up here. Jason Trump, what do you think of Nardo Gray? I'm not sure what that is.
What's that?
Is that a color? I'm assuming. We're not really familiar with other company paint names. If
Yeah,
you
I
tell
don't
me, I
develop
can
any.
look
I don't
it up.
develop any of our colors based on other
Nardo
companies' paint
Gray.
names. So, but I don't know what that means. Is that not something I'm familiar with? Just at the way it's being stated to me.
Panic Bomb says, Chris, I messed up painting a model. Should I throw it in the trash? No. Hold a Baby J and reprime it. Unless you do me wrong, and then I'll throw it in the trash. See?
I told everybody earlier this week to throw it away.
Yeah. No, I said I would.
No, you told them to.
Yes, because they were probably making fun of me.
That's not what
So I
happened
decided
at all,
to
but
go, hey, throw it in the garbage.
That's not what happened at all.
And I think it was Panic Bomb, actually. So you know what? Panic Bomb, throw it in the garbage. Start over. Clean slate. You can just reprime it. It's no metallic car gray. It's an automotive color.
Don't know it.
We have a lot of grays. That's what I can say. Cool. It's a gray. Nardo gray is the gray blue that Audi uses, I think.
Yeah, I don't know it as a name. It's one of those colors that is not a pigment name. It's probably a after an artist or a time it was used or something like that.
Is Audi a vehicle? Yes, it is. It's a car.
It's a brand, not a vehicle.
How does one step rust compare color-wise to red or orange oxide?
Orangier.
There you go.
It's gonna be like between orange oxide and burnt sienna is what it's gonna be. All right, so the next one is gray blue.
Is a garbage can a vehicle? It has wheels. I mean,
Not all of them.
not all garbage cans.
I would say that more garbage cans don't have wheels than do. That might be a stretch.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, well, there's many sizes. You
Think
can't
of all the
just
garbage
big
cans
ones.
in this building far outweigh the amount of garbage cans we have outside with wheels.
Well, surprisingly, I just installed wheels on every garbage can in this building about 30 minutes ago. So, Scorched Earth, technically, you're correct. Oh no! Chris, you're fired. Beep, 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 beep. This is why I asked. This is why I don't ask legit questions, because he hates me and wants to put. Whoa, Droth! I don't do that at all. You should ask legitimate questions for painting. Those are the ones I focus on. Seeing as a bone is satin would be a good alternative. No, Droth, I would never say that. Tadpole Jackson, 75 stream streak. Sir Sheldon says, in my neighborhood, not all cars have wheels. There you go.
There you go.
Have you painted any 1,000 Suns, Jason?
Oh my God, it's been probably forever. It's the last 1,000 Suns thing we did. How many decades ago was that?
It's a long
I don't do
time ago.
chaos very much. I'm not
Because of
a.
the
I'm not.
trim?
The last big chaos stuff that we've ever done is Death Guard. I'm a fan of Death Guard models because I think that's where GW puts all their effort in their chaos stuff. But I've never been a big chaos fan. You know, when I worked at GW, I was a big naysayer to all the chaos.
We paint a lot of orcs on stream.
Been a while, but we have in the past.
Yeah, Jordan just did one.
Matter of fact, I don't know when the last orc I painted was either. Oh, the pirate orc. Not a 40k orc, but a bust.
Let's see. I have some brush on primer I haven't used yet. Do I need to thin it all before putting it on the model? No.
Typically, don't thin your primer at all. Just a little moisture in your brush because you definitely want the paint to be able to flow, but you're not trying to have it be super thin, right? You want to put it on there and have the thickness do its work of giving you the adhesion and the actual primer coat you're looking for. So don't thin it much, just a little bit of moisture on your brush.
Would oxide red or bright red be a good paint for Adeptus Mechanicus robes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, red oxide would be fantastic.
Yeah. You could do like burnt sienna underneath it or a brown.
Both of them would be good. I don't remember what the different houses are.
Oh, I'm thinking of like the,
But the
classic red looking ones.
But they're orange as well. So
Yes, the brush on primer is amazing. I used that on my vacation back in March. It's awesome alternative to have in your bag.
You painted your vacation.
I painted my vacation? I did.
What I'm doing here is just setting up where the shine wants to be, the bulk of it, and on these cylinders, just kind of give myself a bright line to set that up.
Rocco, actually, Jason does not dilute his airbrush paints a whole lot. And by airbrush paints, we don't have a specific. We just use our normal paints through the airbrush just fine.
Our normal paints are what I use through the airbrush.
Yep, he does it all the time. Less paint in the cup always helps, but sometimes Jason will do like special sauce, right, Jason?
Yeah.
To help thin it a little bit.
Yeah, when I'm thinning, I will use a medium, like our one-step medium now has become my favorite. Before that, it was glazed wash medium. And a little bit of water if I need to. But I don't, like Chris said, I don't typically thin a whole lot. I don't care if I get it on his finger. That finger's not the right color anyway. I don't thin a whole lot when I'm doing base coats because I want the base coat to typically have quite a bit of intensity to the color. So I don't thin. I want that saturation. So I hit it with the color, full blast kind of. And then as I start to go through my midtones, I typically start thinning more. And then eventually I stop thinning as I get to my highlights, my final highlights, because I want them to be punchy again. So that middle band of painting is where I do most of my thinning, the midtone and the initial highlight stages. And then my final highlight I stop. And my base coat I don't really thin. So you can start seeing the metallic look coming together.
What's up, Mo? Shailene says, would you say that dark neutral and bright neutral gray are like 70, 50, 30 on the value scale? Like they make pretty even increments from black to white?
Yeah, the whole goal is that dark neutral gray, bright neutral gray are 75, 50, 25 mix of white and black.
There you go.
Respectively. That's the whole gist with those. They just are time savers.
D. Bowler says, conspiracy theory. I don't own any of the paints picked for the August painting challenge. Did someone at Monument look at the paint collection before the colors were picked?
Look at your paint collection? No.
You don't have Bolt Pyro Red? D. Bowler.
How do you not have red?
That one's a big one. You would love it. Go pick those up. And Jade? Those are some of our heavy hitters. We're always watching. The more paint, the better. That's right.
We usually don't do the ones where, like the limited palette ones, sometimes they get out of control. I mean, you can use whatever colors you have in your collection that are close, too. Mm-hmm. You don't have to use those. They just need to be in that range of hue. So realize that, we're not making you go buy paint. That's why I don't like those typically. And we don't
just
do
say
them
the
as
color
often.
range of it, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, so don't freak out too bad if you need to substitute, something in there. Just it has to be pretty close.
Ooh, Schmiegel says if you're painting a model and 50% plus of the piece will be OSL from a large light source, would you paint that OSL at the beginning or at the end, or a bit at the beginning and then a bit at the end?
Wow, great question. That's really a big preference thing. I tend to want to paint my models as if there's no outside influence, no weathering, no OSL, nothing. And I just kind of hit them with the color they would be in very bland, normal setting. And then I work from there to apply the OSL, apply the weathering, all the things that I might want to do to the model over the top. But that's not always like 100%. Sometimes a model is just already sculpted to be really beaten up, and so I might want to do the weathering from the get-go. OSL, I typically wait and add it at the end and paint the model with all the colors the way they should be. Unless I'm doing a model that's OSL is something like candlelight in a model that's sitting, in the darkness, like a fantasy model where there's no ambient lighting from any other light source. You just have the light from the moon and then a candlelight. Then you might want to say, well, it's a waste to paint the model as if it's in the sun because you're never going to have those values and those colors register on it. So I might start in shades of gray blue like I'm painting now, and then just add some skin tone to it if the skin is lit up and things like that. So it really just depends.
Somebody was asking, Panic Bomb, any chance of a non-heavy body warm white?
Maybe.
Alcaraz says, have you ever bought and tested the Blackest Black?
Yeah, they sent us one a long time ago. I don't remember which of the fools that does that stuff sent it to me, but they each think they did the thing first. But one of them sent it to me. I don't remember what brand, like I said, and we painted with it. It's, I would say, for the shtick that it's kind of neat for things like otherworldly portals and terrain effects. I could see it having some strength. I wouldn't put it on a model. Unless there was some sort of crazy effect, like maybe a magic effect on a wizard, like a fantasy wizard might be kind of cool if he had I could see like a flame effect, and putting that absolute non-reflective paint on there would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So it looked like it was, void magic or something. I don't know. Yeah, I can see some spots where it would be cool. But mostly terrain, like, paint a statue or a portal like it was a portal into complete darkness.
Thank you, Night Slayer, for that sub.
I don't see, some guy painted his car in it and stuff. I feel like it's a big shtick.
What's the best way to do and show combat damage?
We were talking about that earlier. I guess it depends what kind of combat damage, right? There's a ton of combat damage. Bullet holes, scratches, general wear and tear, dents from swords or hammers. What are we talking about? I think that painting it on with your brush is the easiest way to maintain control of it.
Sisters.
Which I think is fairly obvious. But, doing the sponging or using like a chipping medium can be really cool too. It can give a really neat effect to vehicles and such. It's been asked a couple times. Let's take them all. So we have like a tank, and we had a series where we showed how to just airbrush and use dry brushing to bring around, panels on a tank to where all we've done is airbrush and dry brush this really. I did a little bit of lining on here and catching rivets, but there's no washes, there's no weathering effects, there's no nothing on here. So you can simply, if you go watch this video on YouTube, it'll step you through how to apply the paint so that the paint gives the model a more weathered look from its application, not from any special process, right? That's one way. Then when you want to get in and really beat it up, then you can get in and do stuff. Well, I was going to punch in super close. You can get in and do like the scritches that I've done, which are just applied either with a brush or with a sponge. And I keep a pair of forceps here. Right?
Oh, Warren DeVenture. Hey, welcome in, Raiders.
So a pair of forceps that just have a piece of foam. Welcome, everybody. have a piece of foam. This is the same kind of foam that would come in the blister pack for your models, or if you have pluck foam for carrying your models around, the little pieces you pluck out, just keep them and tear them up and then pinch it into your forceps, and it makes this, random shape. And I use it multiple times. I'll dip it in black-brown paint like it has been, and then I'll just take it and with the forceps just randomly rotate it around as I touch the surface of the model, so it gives me random little divots of color. You want to wipe the paint off on a paper towel before you go hit it on the model so you don't get any real big ones. But all these little dots of paint are just applied from that sponge. And then you go back and you highlight them, which is the tough part, right? Like every single one of those little divots, I've gone back with a tiny brush and brush tip and highlighted them with the highlight color that I'm highlighting around. But it gives you really, really good paint cracks and things like that. That could be just wear and tear. They could be bigger bullet dings like that one. You do it on the edge. So that's the way that I typically do the bulk of my weathering. And you can go crazy with it. Like this on the side of a tank, it looks pretty good. This gives you a really nice weather vehicle. Of course, with the oil streaking and stuff, can make it as grimy as you want. This could be Nurgle. This could be World War II. This could be anything you want dirty like that, right? And then you can do stuff that goes a little bit further, like we've done with the Guardian here, because he's like post-apocalyptic, into the world type stuff. And so we can get to where we've got, an entire model that has really deep pitting and scarring on it. And so I've done like things that look like, whole chunks of armor are gone, but that's all just painted freehand.
Here's a video too, that model he just brought up. That was the entire vehicle weathering process that he did. So hit that link.
So
that's a great video for weathering.
This is all, and when somebody asked about OSL, this was all painted first, and then the OSL from the magenta was applied after the fact. But, this is all just over weathering, right? It was just like painting scritches and cracks to make it look like an old car you found in the junkyard, because you can imagine this robot having wandered the wasteland for hundreds of years kind of a thing, right? And then I have this one over here, this other piece of metal that was like a replacement hammered out of scrap that isn't quite as damaged as everything else to tell a story. But all of these are just done with brush, and it just is how much time do you want to spend, how much effort do you want to apply, because sky's the limit with how you can weather something, make it as beat up or as clean as you want to.
You did noosh. What did you do to your noosh on those rivets, Jason, on the walking tank? What color was that with noosh?
Black brown.
Literally mixed with it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Got it. Somebody was asking.
Yeah, probably black brown. I could have. Oh, there's some on here that looks like maybe it's burnt sienna, because it's a little rusty.
Yeah.
That I might have gone over the black brown with first, but black brown first. Or you could use petroleum brown, anything like that. That's just going to give you the color of dirty brown that you want. And then I typically, when I'm doing streaks like that, I'll go back with a little bit of a rusty color like burnt orange and maybe even some yellow, depending on how rusty I want it. Especially when I have like open areas like on the edge down here where I've got like that's been, dinged away pretty deep. So you see a little bit of orangish rusty coloring on it. But you got to remember, like doing a lot of rust on the side of a tank makes no sense because the tank is moving and being used. So rust doesn't build up on things that walk around, right? So think about that. Unless it's Nurgle rust just, being used and standing still, I think.
That game was called Rust, right?
Dust.
Not Rust.
Yeah, Dust.
There's a couple questions here. Let's go back. Are these paints good with enamels, such as Dark Compendium?
Are these paints good with enamels? Ours are acrylics, water-based acrylics. So no, you don't mix the two. Can you use enamels over them? Sure. The rule of thumb is you do not want to apply acrylics over the top of enamels or oils without a lot of setup time, because enamels and oils take a lot longer to cure.
Yep.
And acrylics don't. Acrylics cure very quickly, and so if you put an acrylic over an enamel or an oil, you will get cracked paint and weird surface scoring as the off-gassing from the bottom layer of enamels or oils comes through the surface.
I use petroleum brown Yay Cat all the time with my noosh.
Yeah.
I use petroleum brown and transparent brown with noosh to make a little coffee creamer looking consistency, and I love how it dries. I'm going to start painting Stompy Mech for the challenge. Phil explained Noosh to me at Gen Con. If I were to use, say, Jade base, then a Jade mix of Noosh, would there be some weathering effect on it? Or am I just wasting my time on the thought? I would use a different color for Noosh if you're going to do weathering. Because why would you put Noosh? Why would you put Jade with Noosh on something that's already Jade?
Yeah, typically not the way you think about it. Could you do it? Sure. It might do some cool stuff. But typically what you're trying to do with Noosh is do a filter color. So something that's environmental, like dirt, or just a shadow color, something of that nature. So browns or, but give us more of an idea of what maybe you're trying to accomplish and we can help you out.
Rocco is a limited color challenge using Jade, Faded Plum, or Bull Pyro Red. So those three, obviously, if you don't have those, you can use equivalents, but that's what's up. Let's go back. Somebody was doing some Dark Templars. Okay, Uggable. I'm doing Black Templars, and I'm stuck on the shoulders. I haven't decided on ivory or bright ivory. What would be a good brown to start with and blend up to my ivory highlights? Dark Umber?
I really like the umbers. I got to be honest with you.
Dark Umber is probably my second most used color.
Yeah, dark umber, light umber, olive flesh makes for really good move into like ivory shoulder pads for.
Yes, plus black and white. Thank you, Mo.
And then you can do white transparent or thin down titanium white over the top to really drive home the punch of white in the highlights if you want. That's where I tend to go.
Yeah, I love Dark Umber. Dark Umber is one thing I use for a lot of everything.
One thing I use for everything.
Let's go back here. A lot of good questions today. Dark Sienna? Question mark?
Burnt.
Well, soon coming out in expansion set 19, we're going to have well-cooked Sienna. No more raw Sienna, no more burnt Sienna.
How come nobody knows how to cook Sienna?
Perfectly cooked Sienna. I'm here for you, Chris, to make sure someone calls out your mistakes. Mo, that's why I love you. Stay true.
I don't think he loves you, Mo.
I'm sorry, I didn't do that in Mo's voice. I'm here for you, Chris, to make sure someone calls out your mistakes. Ma.
Ma.
That's better, but right, Mo?
Ma.
Will you be basing this guy on stream later this week? A Sacred Chime, we don't base here. We don't do a lot of basing.
So these guys, the whole shtick with this game is that
I don't have to.
is that these guys you don't have to base.
Wait a minute. Is that why you're painting these guys?
Or you would base them in like the color of your desk, right? Because the whole idea is that this is 1-to-1 scale. This is the size of this guy in the human world. That's why he's next to a D6. Like these are like little cockroach guys, 1-to-1 that would be running around on our floor. So I could paint the base like the carpet in the room.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun.
I have a great...
But it wouldn't be like dirt and grass like a normal miniature. It would be something like in the world. Like I would paint it this gray of the surface that we're painting on or something. That's the cool thing about this game.
I have an amazing idea that I'm probably going to start doing after I finish the myriad of different projects I have, but doing a Horus Heresy army, but using Imperialis Marine size on regular size bases and doing them like Green Army men.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming soon.
Okay.
That's my TED Talk. I really want to do that. And then do wooden floors, like plank wood floors.
Oh, jeez.
And like they're just like toy soldiers,
like
toy action figures.
We got to start holding him accountable for all these things he says he's going to do that are awesome and he never does.
I'm going to do this one for sure. Now that I'm back,
does it come 80 million years before or after the Earthworm Gem?
Earthworm Gym is my side project, my slow burn one for the MAA.
We don't care how slow or fast it is. We just want to know that you're doing it. Because
I did.
You promised us you would do it.
I've been putting my progress in the whip. You can go see it right now. I've also started to put this one as a story post on base layer. They added posts, so now I'm doing a whole log of what this project will be. So yes, you can watch the progression, Jason. Maybe we can have me on do.
I gotta call Matt from Base Layer. God dang it.
You want to know what?
Poor Matt. I always forget about Matt.
We've got to. What I'm gonna do. This is a good idea. No, we already did that. I was gonna say, I have Cycro's gun. It would be cool to get some non-metallic metal training again.
Again?
Yeah.
No, you should have remembered it and practiced it. I don't train twice.
You'll have to.
I don't.
You'll dance.
I don't. I won't.
No, we got to
watch it.
do
You're watching it right now. Why are you yip yapping? Why aren't you paying attention?
Hey, whoa. Hey, hold there. Everybody calm down, okay?
Why are you over there yip yapping so much? Why don't you pay attention?
Will Earthworm Jim copyright be the first MH plastic mini range? No. If we could convince Jason to buy the Earthworm Jim license to do a mini, I'd probably pee myself. Because how freaking dope would that be? If we got the license used for Earthworm Jim, it'd be so cool. No, we can't do that. I think Paramount bought the license, produced a show, a newer modern version, like a Rick and Morty style show, and then ditched the project. Which is actually very unfortunate because I think that would have been freaking awesome.
Sounds about right.
Which is a huge bummer. Wad says, admit it, you're going to pee yourself either way. Jason and I had a very interesting conversation before stream.
Well, what are you getting me into now?
You remember what I was saying? Like, Jason, I always ask Jason if he needs to go to the bathroom. Right? It's like, hey, we're about to start the show. You need to go to the bathroom. I'm like, well, technically, you could pee right now. And then he gave me a weird face. Like that's what he was doing.
Oh, like I was peeing right then?
Yeah.
I did not pee right
then. Gus, the regular guy, welcome in. I have 1,000 projects in my head that I'm totally going to do someday. I'm on Chris's side for this. Amen, brother. You have to have project ideas. That's what keeps this hobby even more fun.
We don't egg it on.
What? You should have been, Jason. You have so many projects.
What? I'm working on every single one of them, too.
What do you mean? Well, did you ever stop? That's the thing. Do you ever stop working on a project? No, you just pick it back up again.
Well, no, that's not true. You stop working on projects, yes.
No,
yes,
I don't.
Just because you don't want to admit you do doesn't make it to where
stop.
You don't.
Jason,
Sure you do. How long has it been since you've done anything with your Earthworm Jim?
I literally 2 days ago.
What'd you do?
I literally was sculpting the inside of the headpiece.
All right.
I am. I told you this.
I don't believe him.
I literally did.
I don't believe him.
I put pictures in the whip.
I don't believe you.
I even made Cycro's finger gun.
It's all AI.
It's all AI.
It's all AI.
Confirmed. Jason's biggest project is Chris. That's one way to put it. Beep boop. I could be AI.
You've told us.
I told you guys. Jason's already found out the AI technology, and I am the quintessential poster child for what AI will become.
What?
Big Bobzilla says, can we just get some adult diapers at this point? I don't think Chris is committed to this. I'd wear an adult diaper. Why not?
I don't think that's what he was asking for.
Oh. Wait a minute.
Debated.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to Depends. They work. I used to work in an Alzheimer and dementia care unit.
You've told us this a million times.
And they work. Is Jason a Blade Runner? No. He's a sword walker. 1 second. Here it is.
I don't know. That's not even.
is Jason, how is your mind not warped? Great question.
What do you mean? How is it not warped? My mind is completely warped from hanging out with this guy all the time.
Me?
100%.
You talking about me right now?
Is there anybody else here? I had to stop and think if there was anybody else here for a second. But no,
Come
is
on,
there
Jose.
anybody else here?
That was
'Cause
so close. Voice of the narrator. Hey, a monument. Big fan and AZ local here. I wanted to use One Step as a filter through my airbrush. It works amazing, but had some difficulty getting it to flow with the One Step medium. Any thoughts or tips? I guarantee you your airbrush is not super clean. You might have a deep hidden clog because it works like a dream.
yeah, I would have to know more. Because getting it to flow through the airbrush, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
With One Step medium should just be a no-brainer. Typically, I would go to needing to do a deep clean. All right. I think I'm happy with that. You can always try to give it a little bit of water added in there too. But the One Step medium is very low viscosity, and so it does a very good job of keeping the flow of the paint right where you want it.
You got to have a good
So
flow.
you don't want to add a whole lot of water, otherwise it'll get too drippy very quickly because the One Step paint is already very thin. And then the medium. Now, when I've been spraying One Step paints and using them filter through the airbrush, I typically don't add the One Step medium. I typically just add water to them.
Just straight up water?
Yeah.
What's your typical ratio? Is it just based off of flavor?
I don't know. Yeah, I think 50-50 is kind of where I start for all of that. That's what I typically tell people is get comfortable with thinning 50-50 because you always want to err on the side of over thinning rather than under thinning.
Flavor, you say, says Mo. Rocco, you said that it wasn't in there, but if you go look on the 24th of July, you can see my work in progress on Psychro's hand and his gun. I needed to correct you.
He's on a mission.
I'm no liar.
His honor is at stake here.
Zerg Killer, welcome in. 2 months. Hey, everybody, this is your 5-minute warning before we poll for a giveaway. If you're not familiar with how giveaways work, hit this link right here. Over on the TikToks, on Facebook, YouTube, anywhere. You just need to be following on the platform that you're at. Schlanky. That was the speed of light speed. That link going into the chat on all of our platforms. Hit that link, follow the instructions, and be here when I call your name. Last time, Jason and I put a lot of positive energy out into the ether.
Yes.
And it worked for us. Lumberjack says, this means in 4 minutes, Chris has got to pee and not wash his hands. I wash them every time, Lumberjack.
We've learned to kind of stay away from handshakes with Chris for the first, hour or so after he goes to the bathroom.
Yeah, I just have
we let him
big
sweat it
piles
out,
of dung on my hands. And you have to sing, Chris. Oh, I sing all right. With the addition of One Steps, does it change your workup for Black Armor example Death Company?
It can. If you've watched me do the Black Armor that I've been doing on multiple armies since the One Step came out, I love the dark blue black and the way that it creates different levels of chromatic black undertones with the various colors that I do, like Zenithal with. So yeah, I think that I have really gotten accustomed to that. But I still would do the same way that I've shown on videos for years. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Like doing, the Payne's gray, blue, white, even what I'm doing right now would be a great way to do black. It's technically, I guess, what we're doing here is black armored weapons. that are just a darker gunmetal style black with that bluishness from being oiled or whatever you want to call it. So this is still very viable without any one step. One step just kind of makes it too easy. so there's that. When I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, well, if I want to do it and not fight it at all, then one step can be the easy answer.
Yes, and we are giving away. Great, Jason, great segue. That was literally perfect. We're giving away set 2 of One Step today before the release, which is next week. So get ready. We're giving away One Step set 2 to one early chat viewer. It's been the couple weeks of, you all know, well, you've known here for a minute. So get ready. It's coming. Going back to Zinvaders, what is your go-to for Chinese takeout order? I haven't had Chinese food in a minute, actually.
Lately, we've been going to Pei Wei, and I know that's a very Anglo way to eat Chinese food. Jen and I don't have, one of the few things we don't have around us is like a favorite Chinese takeout place. They're all so up and down with their quality.
Yeah,
that we don't have a good one around here, unfortunately. I say we don't have a good one. We don't have one that we rely on. They just are sporadic. It sucks.
Valdi, no, he's not just using One Step on this model in particular, but they're very, very beginner friendly.
No One Step on this one. I'm just using our basic colors.
I am actually going to use the restroom.
You see what he just did there? How can you do that to them? You give them ammo. Tim called it. Is Lumberjack Tim still out there? Tim, you called it. You nailed it. And he won't wash his hands. Welcome to my life. All right, Chet. Some white blue, I think. Along the bright spot on this side, I got to pull a little bit brighter version of this gray blue, though. I've got quite a bit of water on the brush for doing this. That way it thins the paint out as I apply it, so it becomes a little bit more see-through. So even though I'm pulling a fairly bright line, it will, as it cures, it'll blend out a little bit because it's so wet. All right. It's already starting to look a little metallic, but dull. And this is what you're looking for. And when you're painting shiny stuff, this is the level you want to get to when you decide to make your jump to what your fake white will be. I wouldn't suggest going all the way to white. I would suggest something like white blue in our case. So far we've used Payne's gray, dark gray blue, and the dark gray blue and the gray blue have been done in kind of a mid-range glaze to get them to build up, and then only the edges have been sort of opaque. And now with the white blue, we're going to use it in an opaque way. We're not going to thin it much, just enough water on the brush to have the paint flow. And that's what's going to give us that blast of shine.
That blast of shine, Jason. Jason, you want to know what we're going to blast with Shine?
I'm sure you're going to the bathroom again.
No.
Oh.
I am going to blast my positivity all over.
I don't want to hear anything else from you.
Oh. Oh. We're gonna
deal
pull
with chat.
We're gonna pull a giveaway win. We're gonna pull a giveaway winner.
See what I have to deal with?
Jason, what are we giving away today?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I just literally said it.
Well, then why are you asking again?
Two, because I wanted to do it for dramatic effect.
I quit. Instead of a Chris, you're fired button, I need a I quit button.
No, Jason, you're not going anywhere. You'll dance. Excuse me. Jason, I need all of that positive energy
I don't have any.
from you.
I don't have any.
No, this is the day we hit our 20. The 20th one. No, Jason, we need your positivity. Oh,
You stole it all from me.
Positivity. Positivity. Jason, are you ready to pull the first winner?
Oh, sure.
Well, the first winner actually is the first name. Jason, no. I need you upbeat and positive, mister.
You've sucked it out of my soul.
Here we
Jesus.
go. The first one is Lenny Friedrich. Yeah.
Friedrich.
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 And
Friedrich.
also hold
Lenny Friedrich.
your applause, your congratulations until we pull the winner. I'm looking at all of our platforms here. Lenny, are you there?
Lenny Friedrich.
Hold. Everybody hold.
Or Friedrich if you're Chris.
Friedrich. Could be Italian.
It's not.
Hold. Hold. Everybody hold. Shh. Hold your applause. Hold your congratulations. Hold. Lenny, are you there? Lenny. Are you there, Lenny? Everybody hold. Here's how it works, chat. We pull names until we get somebody. And you can't lie to me. You can't be just like, I'm Lenny foo. Can't lie to me. I have my ways to find out. No. It'd be bad music playing while we're on hold. No.
Do.
There it is. How many hours can we test the poll system? What do you mean? It doesn't take us hours. We typically land the plane pretty quick. Lenny, are you here? Now, our patience runs thin. I'll get to questions after this, once we pull a winner. Calling Lenny's, there got to be 3. There could be.
Lenny Friedrich. Speak now or forever hold your peace. You're going to lose it.
I might move on. Uh-oh. This could be it for Lenny. Mr. Lenny. Lenny Free Click, are you there? Is this the first attempt? This is the first attempt, yes.
First call out.
First call out. Here we go. La, la, la. Great. Now that's stuck in my head. All
Lenny,
right.
we're moving on.
We're moving on, Lenny. Next. Here we go. Patrick Alexander. Yep. Patrick Alexander.
Patrick Alexander. Do we have a Patrick Alexander in the house?
Dugin. Patrick Alexander Dudrin. Dudrin? Yeah.
Is that their, like...
I see three
Screen name?
names in here. Yeah, right here.
It's spelled like you would spell dungeon.
That's kind
but
of
without
what
the N, like dudgeon.
Dudgeon? Yeah, I
Dudgeon?
didn't want to say dungeon, but Dugin. Patrick Alexander devastated. That's so funny. Patrick Alexander, are you there? What's with these real names? We get real names all the time. Patrick, that's a pickle. Oh,
Can you move that out of my way?
I can.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Chris, that's right. I'm not having a great feeling about Mr. Patrick here. Mr. President,
Miss...
are you there? Patrick Alexander Degangli. Pretty much the same thing, right?
Not at all. That's
Oh,
why
no.
nobody ever picks their prize, because you don't pronounce their name correctly.
I do. I really do. Patrick Alexander Herder de Ferdy. Got it. One try. Going once, I'm Patrick Alexander. Going twice, I'm moving on. This is where Chris's patience runs thin. But we have the people to appease. Okay, let me pull.
Heard it for dirty? Yeah, heard it for dirty?
For dirty for nerd schnee. Here we go. Everybody hold. All right. It's Giuseppe.
Giuseppe Vittorio.
Giuseppe Vittorio. Giuseppe.
We
I
got
believe
this.
that's Italian.
Come on, chat.
Maybe that's why I got the name right, correct. Giuseppe. 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 Giuseppe better be here.
Giuseppe Vittorio.
Vittorio. Giuseppe. Thank you, Muffin Truck. Thank you. Thank you. Giuseppe. I don't know about Giuseppe either. Come on. We got you, Giuseppe.
Batting a big 0 today.
It's all right. We've bat, we never bat true zeros. We always get somebody. But I do move quick now. That's just how it goes. We move
Chris starts
fast.
getting bored.
We do. Chris got an A- in Swedish meatballs. Thank you.
Yes.
Did
Did
you say your fake name generated to Italian on accident? No. These are not fake. These are real people. Lumberjack is actually factually correct. People who are here answer immediately. They do, pretty much.
Yep.
All right, I'm moving on, Giuseppe. Oh, Giuseppe. Oh, Giuseppe. Christopher Lambert.
Chris Lambert.
Christopher Lambert, are you there? Where are you, Christopher Lambert? Oh, Christopher Lambert. Christopher Lambert, where are you? Everybody's like, the Highlander, 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 Highlander. Literally, look at all of you. Christopher, who? Literally everybody, look how many of everybody just said that.
They're not wrong.
Christopher Lambert. Could be a. There can only be one. Thank you, Ryan. Oh, this is the time where I get impatient.
He's not the man to have at the helm of this. He starts getting irate.
Let's go!
He's like, Chet, how
much
dare
money have
you?
we raised?
How dare you?
Christopher Lambert, if you're not here within the next 10 seconds, I might have to move on. Philip says, let me win already. Is that why you left, Philip?
Philip left Monument Hobbies so he could win prizes. And then we removed his name from the... I mean, what we didn't do
Philip,
was
I hope you
remove
signed
his
up,
name.
Phil. I know you did.
He did, like, immediately.
Nailed it, says Philip. That's silly. Going once on Christopher Lambert. Going twice on Christopher Lambert. And I'm moving on. Goodbye. This is the avalanche effect now. Hi, it's Sleepy is her next winner.
Hi, it's Sleepy.
Hi, it's Sleepy. Literally is what
it.
they put it in there. I love it when we get usernames.
I love it. Hi, it's Sleepy.
Hi,
Be
it's
here.
Sleepy.
Be here. I'm feeling it.
We don't count. We don't count anymore. I don't, at least. So you all have to keep count.
This is more than we want. That's all
Gus,
I know.
the regular guy. I know. Is he here? I don't see it. They're on YouTube. I'm looking. Hi, it's Sleepy. Yep, I see you. Woohoo! Hi, I'm Sleepy. Yes, you're over on YouTube. Yep.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Hi, I'm Sleepy. And it's your birthday?
What?
Is it your birthday too?
Oh my
It's
God.
Sandwich Bro's birthday?
That's worth the wait then.
I see you. Hi, I'm Sleepy. Is it? It's my... Oh, it's your birthday?
That's
Woo!
awesome. Congrats
That's
and happy
freaking
birthday.
awesome.
That's rad.
Yes, there's a little delay on YouTube, so I'm seeing you right here now. I'm glad. Nice. Hi, I'm Sleepy. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to hit Jabe up on Discord. Hit him up on Discord. Congratulations and happy birthday to you. Hi, I'm Sleepy. That was great. I'm so glad you won. That you're going to freaking love it.
President.
I think I heard Jose. Let me go grab him.
That was honking for?
No, he's probably locking it.
Congratulations and happy birthday. That's awesome. Doesn't get any better than that.
He's not. Happy birthday. Hi, I'm Sleepy. Wow. That's great. Isn't it? Isn't that just wonderful?
You going to try to give away another one?
No.
No, you're just going to stop?
That was it.
Okay.
We only planned for one, Jason.
Okay.
That's up to you.
No, I mean, if you're going to be mean, then I don't want to. I don't want to override your meanness.
You want to do another one?
I don't
What does
wanna
the people
override
want?
Chris's meanness.
What does the people want? Now, we'll do it like last time. Do we have to do it in one?
Well, we know nobody there wants to have more free stuff. That's not how chat is, right?
Right. Let me write this down. Okay. We want to do another one? All right, everybody calm down. We're going to do another one, but you can't be typing all these things if you want another one. Don't make me do the chat delay. Don't make me. All right. We're going to pull another one. You ready, Jason?
Sure.
That doesn't sound like it.
Sure.
I need more enthusiasm.
Sure.
Do it in a French accent.
Oui, oui.
Perfect. Now, are we going to do this like last time where we got to just pick one? Or we try to get it in one? That's what we did last time.
Let's see how it goes. I would like that. That'd be great. But that was because we were saying that we would give them away until somebody wasn't here to get it.
Right.
I'll do that again.
Well,
right? So that means it has to be in one. But we have to choose before you pull somebody. Are we going to say that if nobody gets it in one, we stop on this first one?
Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're gonna try one, right? We're gonna try one. Absolutely. Hi, I'm Sleepy. Happy birthday to you. We're gonna try one, and then we're gonna try another one, and then we're gonna do. That's it. Two polls. How about that?
Okay.
We'll do 2 polls. We'll give these some time because I know how y'all get. Right? We'll do 2 polls. Okay? The second winner of today's giveaway is Startail 13.
Startail 13, are you here?
Startail 13, I'm looking at all the chats. Are you here? Startail 13, hold your congrats if they're here. Startail 13, are you here? Come on.
That sounds like a cricket.
Are you here? Hello. Anybody home?
Nobody.
No, it's star tail as in like a dog tail, not like as in the tail of the stars. Star tail 13. I'm going to give it just a second. Cannibal, that's false. We've gotten it and won several times, actually.
Yep. Last week, the first one we gave away was in 1.
Star Tail 13. But this one, like I said, we're only going to do this twice. I got to move on to the next one, but I'm going to give you a second. Gnarly, no. Bald Man, that's incorrect. This is not my fault. And if it's my fault giving away stuff, let it be.
Was it Chris's fault?
There's no fault. We're giving you free stuff, Bald Man. What are you talking about?
What the heck?
You
What
and
the
your
heck?
full head of hair.
Yeah, Ballman's a liar.
I know you. And your shampoo commercials. Solly says 2 is weird. Should make it 3 tries. Okay, I'll do 3. You've convinced me. I'm moving on though. Startail 13 going once, going twice, and we've moved on. All right. The next one is Will Ryan. Will Ryan be here? Oh, Will Ryan, are you here?
We should get in touch with these guys that do the Zinvaded and see if they want to do some giveaways.
I bet you they would.
See if they want to give
Give
some
away
of
a
these cool
base, like a
people
set,
a
I bet
Zinvaded
you.
2-player star set.
Will Ryan. Will Ryan be here? Like I'm saying, will Ryan be here, not will Ryan be here? It's more of an exclamation mark. Be here. See? Chris is the most harsh but fair giveaway host. That Chai Cat, you are correct.
I don't know about all that.
I'm harsh, but I'm fair.
I don't know about all that.
Hold. Everybody hold. Will Ryan. Are you there, Will Ryan? That's good water. Are you stopping my slings directed at you, Chris? Yes. Little Billy's like, I beg to disagree. Chris's tramp stamp win. Just you wait.
It's already there.
Cambot, it is called, here it is, it's called Zinvaded. That's how you spell it. Yeah, we'll hit him up. All right, I said I'd give you a third one. Will Ryan, are you there?
All right. Progress.
Progress, more like... Will Ryan going twice? Will Ryan going twice again. Ooh. Goodbye. All right, Jason. We only said we're going to do one more. We
Okay.
let them have 3.
All right, one more. Then it's adios.
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 Jason, we've done our best.
We have done our... Well, I don't know if that's true.
I think we have.
I always do my best. I always wonder about you.
Me?
Yeah,
I told you I'm a C-.
I feel like that's probably right.
Okay, let me resend it here. The last poll. Are you ready? Frederick Nilsson. Nilsson.
Nilsson. Frederick Nilsson.
Frederick Nilsson. Are you here?
That Swedish name? Finnish name?
Mr. Frederick Nilsson.
Nilsson, not Nielsen.
Not like the Nielsen family.
It's Nilsson. There is no E. It's just N-I-L.
Do you all know what you guys know what the Nielsen family was? Ever been a Nielsen family? We're waiting. Freddie, where you at? That's right. Frederick Nilsson, are you there? Like I said, Kelthros, you have to message Jabe on our Discord or Hipster Gumby. But it is
Come
Jabe.
on down.
Oh, actually, it's Monument Gabe now. He made it a little bit simpler, so hit him up. If not, you can contact me. But he should get back to you pretty quick.
Was I a bubblehead or skimmer puke? Neither.
Nope, this is it. Frederick, are you there? Big TV 3, or the Big 3 TV. Welcome in, Raiders.
Hello.
We're just getting towards the end.
We're at the very turnoff part. Except we can't get a winner
Can't get
for
a
the
winner.
second giveaway.
Third. This is the third pick of the second
No, this
giveaway.
is the second giveaway.
Yeah, but this is the third pick of the second giveaway. And we only said we'd do 3.
But now we have to do 4 because we got a raid, right?
I guess so.
So we're painting a... let me look and see what this guy's called.
Click
I don't
here.
remember what this
I'll
guy's
give you
called.
all a minute for who just came in. Hit that link right there. Sign up for the giveaway.
Rules, Mission book.
I'll give you all just a minute.
Okay, wait.
And hold your congrats.
This is the Sergeant. Yeah, Sergeant, Heavy Gunner, and Sniper. So this is the Sergeant. This is the leader of the force. This is the Sergeant for a game called Zinvaded. So you get, for each team, you get a Sergeant, a Heavy Gunner,
I've got one more poll.
and a Sniper.
Yeah, they're cool.
And these are fun little sci-fi models for a game called Zinvaded that we've picked up. Thought we'd paint up. So I've done the green armor and the guns. So I got to do the hilt for the gun here, the handle for the gun there, and the lenses on the rifle still. But then we got to do all the inner suit stuff, hands, the glowy goggle bits on him, the tubes, and then the dye. We got to figure out how to paint that dye.
You get painted classic white and black.
It could just be that simple, right?
It would bring some really cool contrast.
And I got a
on there.
dagger. For some reason, there's a knife. He stuck his knife in the dye because, he killed that thing, I guess.
Dang.
I don't understand why he's so
Maybe
mean.
because it rolled a 1.
I don't see why he's so mean to the dye. But,
All right. The last person. Sryker,
Shrike 911. Shrike, S-R-Y-K-E-R.
Oh,
911.
Shrike. Okay.
Shrike.
I've seen
Or
you
S.
in Twitch.
Riker. Shrike 911.
You've
Are
been
you
in
there?
here.
Are you there? The
You're a
dye
regular.
died.
You're a
It
regular.
rolled too many ones. Is it on the 1? No, it's on the...
It's on the 3.
Ooh, is that a 3 or a 2?
That looks like a 3.
1, 6, 2. Yeah, that's a 3.
Oh, no. Sryker, you're a regular. I know you.
Yeah, these models are really cool. They're fun.
Oh.
They have a very hand-sculpted feel, but they're 3D printed. So I don't know if they hand-sculpted them, scanned them, and then 3D printed them out, or if they're just soft-sculpted in, like, Z-Sculpt or something like that. Or ZBrush. But they have a really cool. I've been calling it the Mobius, like the late '60s, early '70s French sci-fi look, because everything's very soft, has rounded edges to it. A lot of fun though. Good stuffs. Good stuffs. If you're painting over a paint job from before, how likely are you to see the texture underneath? When you say texture, visual texture, or actually you can feel it texture? Feel it texture is hard to cover up. Sand it first, right? So if you have like brush strokes and you can feel them, like if that's that crazy, then sand it a bit. Like get a sanding stick or light sanding sponge or something, like a ultra grit sanding sponge or something like that. That's super fine, super ultra fine, and get rid of that, because paint won't necessarily cover up texture until you put so much paint on that you probably have ruined your model in other ways at that point. If it's visual texture, like you can just see brush strokes, but they don't have an actual physical texture on the model, then who cares? You can cover that up with just opaque paint, so it's fine.
I just put it in chat. I don't see you.
Striker!
Where are you? This is it.
One more.
Oh, one more?
I'll keep going. I'm destined to give away 2.
I'm waiting for a second.
We got table flip emojis. He's online on Discord. Well, tough. That's not here.
Right.
You gotta be here.
Once.
You gotta be here.
Sager going twice.
You gotta be here.
And going once, going twice, going twice.
Like, you gotta roll one more time. You gotta roll one more time.
All right, I'm moving on.
I'm not letting this stop us.
He was here. He was here earlier, but he's not here now.
You gotta be here now.
I messaged.
The problem is a lot of people will leave when they don't win the first one and then they miss the second one.
Yeah.
I can only lead you to water, Chad. I can't make you drink. All right, next.
Goodbye. Okay, next one. Okay. M3 Stout, I know you're here, but that doesn't help me.
Repray knows.
Okay. 1 second. Let me make sure I've got this all set. Okay, the next winner is James Crimmins.
James Crimmins.
James Crimmins.
Hey, wait, James Crimmins.
Wait a minute.
You're in here.
Do we know a James Crimmins?
It's I am not going to know what his screen name is, but James Crimmins, longtime viewer. Jim Crimmins.
Jim Crimmins. Oh,
That's too easy. But he's not in here.
James Crimmins. What's James Crimmins' username? That's the question.
That's not Jimmy the Saint, is it?
Is it Jimmy the Saint? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is it Jimmy the Saint? Are you there? Are you?
No.
Crimmins?
We don't know if that's it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Jim Crim.
Nope. Yeah, it's not Jimmy.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's Jim Crimmins, Wad. Yep.
Oh. We have to move on at some point. James Crimmins, are you there?
Press the button again. Go fast.
All right.
Press the button again. It has been brutal, but we're going to give away another one if I have to do it just by, like, closing my eyes and pointing at the screen.
Christopher David Merwin.
Wow. Christopher David Merwin.
That's it. Christopher David Merwin.
Is it Merwin?
I believe so. Merwin.
Well, I don't know if that's their screen name. Like, is it Christopher David is the real name and Merwin is the screen name? I don't know. Christopher David Merwin. Merwin.
Christopher Damon Merwin.
Let's do this. Come on.
Full legal name.
Come on. To shake the bucket up. Boy, these last two, like we got the first one last week in one go.
And then
it was like 50 to get through the rest of them.
Well, then, no, there was one that was 2 after that one. So we've actually been pulling really great as of late.
At least the dog gets extra belly scratches while we hang out. Yeah. The dog is winning. What number is this? Like 2 or 3?
I'm moving on.
It's like 2 or 3.
Next one.
David Clay Meltons or Mettons. Clay.
Clay.
It's David Clay Mettons. Clay.
Clay.
David Clay Mettons. Clay, are you here?
Clay.
You're looking at TikTok? You're looking at YouTubes?
Oh, yep.
You're looking at the Facebooks?
I'm looking everywhere.
David Clay Mettons. Clay! Have we seen the Clayface trailer?
Wild. It's wild looking.
It's kind of crazy. Clay! Nope. Next.
All right.
We're going quick. We're going quick. Quick.
Okay. Next one.
I have not gone to see Spider-Man yet. I don't usually go see movies on first weekend release.
Oh, the next one. We know this person.
Awkwardish.
Panda. You're here.
Oh, wait. David Clay Mettons is here.
Oh, wait.
So we're giving away 2. David Clay Mettons and Awkwardish Panda. There you go. Boom. Done. I did it. I did the thing.
Wait. 1 second. 1 second. Where? David
Scroll
Clay
back up.
Mettons. Here
David
you go.
Clay
I found
Mettons.
it. I found it on YouTube.
Yep.
David
Clay
Clay
Mettons.
and Awkwardish Panda.
There you go. David Clay Mettons and Awkwardish Panda. You both win. There you go. There you go.
We got 2 in 1, technically.
David Clay, we got you.
And Awkwardish.
We got you. Striker, you win 1 too.
Oh, no! Wow!
Striker.
And you're here!
Striker, you win 1 too.
Okay, wow.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. That's
David.
it. That's the end of my good graces.
Wow. Okay. What happens? Everybody's here.
That's the end of my good graces.
Okay, for everybody who won, make sure you message Gabe, Monument Gabe, over in the Discord. He'll get you all hooked up. Awkwardish
David Clay Mettons and Striker.
and Striker.
And whoever else got called, but it wasn't here.
Awkwardish.
If you walked in, then you can win, but you got to speak up.
That's how it goes, Double T. I don't know what to. That is what it is. I can't. The ads are doomsday for us. Congratulations, everybody.
Wow, that was very lackluster, Chris. Congrats, everybody.
Psycher say, "Oh damn! Oh okay. You got caught in an ad, Psycher. That's why you weren't here. I understand." Well, there you go.
They do kill you with like 3 minutes of ads.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's no joke.
Recently, it's been pretty.
It's
gnarly,
no joke
actually.
because Twitch is hurting for cash, so they're like making you hiding you behind a wall of like 10 ads.
Yeah. Hey.
They are real.
Okay. So
Everybody, yes. And we had a birthday winner.
it's Sleepy, David Clay Mittens, Awkwardish, Panda,
Striker.
Striker 911. Hey, thank
There you
all
go.
of you.
We went from 1 to 4
Yeah,
in like the
seriously.
breadth of 30 seconds.
Yes.
That's not happened before. That's pretty rad.
There you go. I
That's
don't
pretty
know what
rad.
else you want.
We literally went from 1 to picking 20 people that weren't here to then having 3 people all show up at the same time. Striker, you did the thing. I did the thing. Congrats, everybody. 2 birthday winners. We had another birthday? Who's the other birthday? Little Billy? Who's the second birthday? Did I miss that? Awkwardish, is it your birthday? Next week? That's close enough. Happy birthday. It's a good win. It will have been your birthday and probably gone by the time you get it. But, it's close enough.
Hey, congratulations to all of our winners.
The 12th, the day that One Step Set 2 comes out. August 12th.
Yep, that's right. And it's the 26th for the EU. So if you're in the EU, it's the 26th. If you're the US, it is the 12th. Spread the news.
Looking pretty good.
It's looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good. We got his gun worked up pretty
Awkwardish.
nice. We got some
You're the
green
best.
armor. We got to do like the gray and the black bits for the rubber suit that he's wearing. And then the glow. I want to do some glowy bits on the visor here and then the dye. So we got some work to do tomorrow, but I'm liking it. It's going good. He's got a gun.
He's got a gun, chat.
Got a gun. Oh my God.
Hey, that was great.
Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us, watching some paint dry, and dealing with the nonsense that is our giveaway picker.
Hey, you know what? We try.
I think that damn RNG is just brutal.
Well,
But we have thousands and
because we do
thousands
it-
of entries is the thing.
because we do it legit.
Yeah.
That's why it takes this time.
Now-
So it is what it is.
Now,
Otherwise, I am going to just pick from a bucket.
Yeah,
which is-
Katarina, have a good one. Good night. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you're new around here, came through on one of the raids, we are Monument Hobbies, the makers of the wonderful Pro Acryl paints.
guys are
We are
great.
celebrating the release of One Step Set 2, our latest
Next
formulation
week.
of paints. It comes out next week. We released it at Gen Con for the early nabbers that were there at the show this last weekend. All of the feedback has been phenomenal. This color set is fantastic. You've been seeing me use it a lot on stream. And we will continue to do that and hit them up in the giveaways as well. So congrats to all the winners.
Yep.
But make sure you hit the follow or the sub button if you're new around here. We do this Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Monument Standard Time here in the U.S. And we'd love to see you back.
Yep.
So make sure to do that. Follow us. Check out the links that Chris put in chat. Get up to the monumenthobbies.com store. Check out the EU store if you're overseas. And pick up some hobby supplies. Try our paint and brushes and all that. And turn your gray models into something stupendous.
That's right.
We've been doing this for 10 years on Twitch, so we would love to see you back, spending time with you guys, and answering your questions and showing some cool painting techniques is always a blast. So stick around. Chris is going to find us somebody to raid. Show some love in the chat. We carry this on to keep the momentum going, have some fun, and we will catch you back here tomorrow. Adios,
Bye,
gang.
everybody.